Hi, welcome to Vinyasa for Strength. Today's class is all about moving with intention. So we'll be going at a really steady pace, and I want you to focus on your breath and also controlled transitions. We'll be holding poses long enough just to get strong. So expect that, and let's get started. We're going to begin standing. Go ahead and place the feet about hip width distance apart. Close the eyes for a little while and just bring your awareness onto the mat. Taking long and slow inhales and exhales through the nose. Noticing how your feet feel on the ground. How the rest of your skin feels that's exposed to the air versus the skin that's covered by your clothing. We're just noticing the differences, keeping our minds present. Extend the right arm just a little ways out to your right, not the full horizontal extension, but just about halfway up, and lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. Lift up and take that same thing to the second side. Left arm is extended, right ear towards the right shoulder. Release from there. Clasp the hands, drive the palms forward, and then round the chin, round the back, and draw the chin towards the chest. Feel the shoulder blades begin to separate. And now lift the head without moving your pelvis or arching the spine. Lift the palms overhead, really isolating the movement to just the shoulder area here. The pinkies are working towards the back of the mat or the space behind you. You can pulse here just gently if you'd like. Again, we're trying to keep our ribs gathered together and our pelvis is stationary here, so no arching in the spine. And find a gentle side bend. Take it over to the right. And over to the left. Lifting back up, release the clasp of the hands and reclasp behind you. Drive the fists down towards the mat first. Feel like you're trying to open the collarbones away from one another. And then lower the chin towards the chest again. Releasing. Let's do that same thing, but this time clasp the hands with the opposite thumb on top. Again, extend the arms, palms forward, round chin towards chest. Keep the ribs together, pelvis is stationary, lift the arms above the head. Side bend to the right. And side bend to the left. Lifting up, releasing the clasp, reclasping again with the awkward thumb on top. Driving the fists down towards the ground, chin to chest. And opening the collarbones away from one another here. Release the clasp of the hands, extend the arms in front of you, making fists and releasing the fists as fast and dynamically as you can, getting some heat built in our forearms, our wrists, hands. In and out, in and out, in and out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the arms lifted, take them out to the sides. Really engage the arms and begin to draw small circles with the fingertips. We're going forward or backward, it doesn't matter. Going in one direction, slowly and smoothly. Again, muscles of the arms are really engaged. And then make the circles a little bit bigger, about the size of dinner plates now. And then reverse the direction, starting small and smoothly and slowly. We're not going super fast. But while we're doing this, we're still keeping our muscles engaged. The triceps are working to the bone, hugging the forearms to the bone, the muscles in the forearms to the bone. And then make your circles a little bit bigger. We have just a few more circles. Hang in there. Shoulders are starting to feel it. And then keep the arms still extended, but bring the fingertips towards the tops of the shoulders here, like you have wings, and begin to circle the elbows in one direction, slowly. Change directions. And then release the hands from the shoulders, lower the arms. Might want to shake it out a little bit. Bend the knees a little bit, place the hands on the knees, and let's just draw some circles with the knees now in one direction. And then the other. Leave the knees bent. Bring the feet just a little bit closer and find your chair pose. Sit deep in the heels. The hands can be at the waist. You can also reach the arms up next to the ears, straight and strong. Breathing here in your Utkatasana chair pose. You can sit as deep or as shallow as you'd like for this first squat here. And then shift the weight into the right foot and step the left foot off to the side, keeping the right knee bent. Step left foot back in. Right foot comes off to the side and back in. A couple more times. Left foot and right foot. Once more on each side. Left and right. Then straighten the legs, open the legs wide, and let's find goddess pose. Toes are pointed out to the corners of your mat. You're maybe on the long side of your mat now. And sit deep, bending the knees, making sure that your knees are behind the toes at least. Okay, the spine is straight and tall here. Continue breathing through the nose. If you find that your knees start to collapse in towards the center, drive them out to the sides. That may mean you straighten your legs just a little bit in order to keep the knees pointed away from one another. Steady breathing here in your goddess. On your inhale, reach the arms up the head, and then exhale, bend the elbows, bring your arms into a cactus shape here. And reach the elbows for one another behind you. So you're really trying to open the chest here. Keep the tailbone tucked and hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs, point the toes forward, and find a forward fold. Let the hands rest on the ground. Let the head be heavy for a moment. Steady your breath. And then point the toes just a little bit out to the sides, not a lot. Bend into the knees, drop the hips, and pull the chest forward. Straighten the legs, forward fold again. Bend the knees, let the hips drop, pull the chest forward. Straighten the legs, forward fold. As you do this, you can walk the feet a little bit closer together so that you're kind of working your way into a malasana or yogi squat. The feet are still wider than hip width distance, but not quite as wide as they are in goddess. So bending and straightening into your forward fold, in and out of the forward fold. The next time your legs are straight, walk them over to the left. Walk the hands over to the left. Pass through center and over to the right. Bring the hands back to center. One more squat. Pause here in the squat. And then straighten the legs, heel toe the feet all the way together, and roll all the way up to standing. Bring yourself to the top of the mat. Let's begin our flow. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. We're finding a sun salutation with a few add-ons here. Inhale, extend the spine. And then exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, find your plank and stay there. So that may mean plank with the knees lifted or plank on the knees. We're finding 3 push-ups. So as you lower, look forward. As you lift, exhale. Again, 3 push-ups on the knees or with the knees lifted. And then find your cobra or your upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing here in down dog. You can bend one knee, bend the other knee. Settle into stillness in your down dog. And then rock onto the balls of the feet and ripple the body forward so that you're back to your plank. Your shoulders can be a little bit in front of the wrists here. Bend the knees, draw it back, straighten the legs, downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Rippling forward, meet your high plank, bend the knees, straighten the legs, down dog. One more time, moving slowly and again with intention. Meet the plank. Push it back. Downward facing dog. Leave the hands where they are now, and we're just going to bend the knees and find a hovering child's pose. Straighten the legs, back to down dog. Bend the knees, hover your child's pose. Straighten the legs, One more time, bending and straightening. And then come on to the balls of the feet. Walk the feet or hop the feet to the hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, find your forward fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands by the sides. Round 2. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straighten the spine, use your core to lift. And exhale, plant the hands. We're taking those push-ups again. Step it back or hop it back to your plank. 3 push-ups. And then find your cobra or your upward facing dog. Strong core, use it to lift back to down dog. Once you get to your down dog, inhale and sweep the right toes high. Lower the legs slowly and precisely. Tap the toes behind and outside the left foot. Lift it back up. Use the strength of your glutes. Let's do this 4 more times. Tapping and lifting. Tapping and lifting. Tapping. Lift. Once more. Step the feet together. Second side. Inhale as the left toes come high. Again, using the strength of the glute, slowing down the movement a little bit. Concentrating on the work coming from the left glute and top of the thigh. 2 more. Press the ground away with the hands. Step the feet back together. Hop or step feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to extend the spine. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands by the sides. All right, let's find Utkatasana, chair pose. Sitting deep, weight is in the heels. Bring the palms to touch and to the center of the chest. Without allowing the palms to leave the center of the chest, use the strength of your core to twist over to the right. Make sure your knees are lined up with one another. And then extend the arms into a revolved twist here and step back with the left foot. So now you're in a high lunge and a revolved twist. We're going to transition to a warrior 2 now. So as you inhale, lift the arms up overhead, twist the torso now to the left, flatten the back foot into that 45-degree angle, and extend the arms. Warrior 2. Let's take it back to that twist. Arms back overhead, rotate onto the ball of the back foot again, twist the torso, extend the arms again, high lunge with the twist. Come back to your warrior 2. A little bit of balance, a little bit of strength here. And in your warrior 2, let's slide left hand down the left thigh, turn right palm face up, and reverse your warrior. And then we're going to meet side angle. Right elbow, right knee, left arm overhead. Keep the chest rolling open. Keep that right arm light. Reverse your warrior again. Keep that front knee bent. Side angle. Chest is open. One more reverse warrior. One more side angle. Turn the chest to face the ground, roll onto the ball of the back foot, your vinyasa. Use the core to draw back to down dog. Come onto the balls of the feet. We're just stepping forward to our chair pose. Step forward first with the right foot, and then the left. Sit deep. Chair pose. Hands come to the chest, twisting to the left this time. And then we're going to open the arms and step back with the right toes, finding that revolved high lunge. Strong back leg. Warrior 2. Lift the arms up, flatten the back foot. Meet your warrior 2. Come back to that revolved high lunge. One more time. Back to warrior 2. And pause here. Work on trying to drive the collarbones away from one another. Slight tuck of the tailbone. And reverse your warrior. Side angle. Keeping the left elbow really light. Keep the chest rolling open. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Reverse your warrior one more time. Side angle, meet the side angle. And then square it off to the ground. Your vinyasa, if you want to take it, you can also rest in down dog or child's pose. Always an option. Draw it back to down dog. And then lower onto the knees. Let's take a puppy pose. Reach the arms just a little bit more forward. Lower the chin or the forehead to the ground. Keep the hips stacked above the knees. You can lift up onto the fingertips if you'd like and pulse the shoulders, the chest. Walk the hands closer to the body and make your way to tabletop. We're going to take a few rounds of cat and cow. You have the option to hover the knees if you would like to add a little bit more core intensity there. So if you'd like to do that, come onto the balls of the feet and lift the knees just about an inch. Round the spine, draw the chin to the chest. Arch the spine, gaze forward just a little bit. Round the spine, find your cat pose, separate the shoulder blades from one another. Arch the spine. One more round. Keep the knees low. And then bring yourself back to neutral. If your knees are lifted, lower them down and walk the body out into Sphinx pose. So lower onto the belly. Elbows are just under the shoulders here. Palms are on the mat here. We're going to come up into a forearm plank. So tuck back onto the toes. Really engage the glutes. Engage the core area. Make sure everything is engaged before you lift the hips and the knees. into your forearm plank. Straight line between shoulders and ankles here. Holding here, rocking back and forth a little bit if you'd like. Steady breath. And then we're going to dip our right hip down towards the mat. Come back to center, dip the left hip down. Center, right, center, left. Center, make sure you keep that straight line between the shoulders and the ankles. Couple more times on each side. Pause in your forearm plank just for another few seconds. And then gently lower everything down. Find your Sphinx pose again. Pull the hands back towards the hips and let the chest move forward, keeping the glutes engaged here. Option here in our Sphinx pose is to bend one knee, reach back for the foot, bend the other knee, reach back for the foot, and meet your bow pose. Lifting everything off the ground. Steady breath. Pushing hands into feet and feet into hands. Gently setting everything back down. And push yourself back to tabletop. Once in tabletop, take the right knee and cross it behind the left. So both knees on the mat, the right knee is behind the left. And then walk the hips back towards the heels, leaving the hands outstretched here. Stretching the hips. Lift it back up and change to the second side. So now our left knee comes behind the right. Hips come back. Lifting back up. Uncross. Take the knees wide. Come onto the balls of the feet. Walk the hands back towards the knees. We're just going to come to seated through a Malasana squat. Okay, so pause in your squat for just a moment. Getting into the hips just a little more. And then place the hands behind you. Come to seated. Extend the legs in front of you. Sit the spine up tall. Weight is equal between both sit bones. Legs are engaged and active. Our feet are flexed. What we're going to do here is take the action of or lift the right leg off the mat. However much it wants to come up. If it doesn't lift at all, that is fine. You're just using the muscles to take the action of lifting. Try to keep the spine up tall. The tendency is going to want to be to sit back so your leg can get higher. And we're going to fight that. Okay, we're going to fight that and sit up tall as we lift the leg, making the work happen in the hip flexor and the core. Lifting, spine tall, shoulders relaxed for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, lift the left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower, lift the right again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pulsing the final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Second side. 10, 9, sitting up tall. 7, 6, 5, pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Plant the hands behind the hips, bend the knees, soles of the feet on the ground. We're going to come up into reverse tabletop to give our core a little bit of stretch and continue to work our arms. Begin to lift the hips here so that your body becomes a table. Option to static hold here. If you want, you can also lift and lower the hips. You can also separate the hands a little bit wider. And as you lower, you can slide the hips back without touching the mat and up. Okay, so wherever you are, we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then softly setting everything back down. Extend the legs. Inhale the arms overhead. Let's find a seated forward fold. Keep the gaze moving forward and the chest moving forward. Spine is straight and not rounded here. Release your forward fold. Make your way all the way down to the back. You can come down through a C shape here using the core, slowly lowering. Once you get down to the ground, bend the knees again. Cross the right knee over the left, like you're sitting in a chair with the legs crossed. We're going to press up in a one-legged bridge. You can keep both feet on the ground if that suits you more. If you're with me on the one-legged, we're just peeling the low back off the mat, pressing into the left heel, lifting the hips, and holding here. Strong engagement on the left glute. Gently lower everything back down to the ground. Keep the legs crossed, open the arms out to a T shape, and allow the knees to lower towards the left. Turn your gaze towards the right hand here. Use your core. Bring everything back to the midline. Let's do that on the second side. Recross the legs. Lift the lower back off the mat. Drive the knees forward. Strong engagement in the right glute this time. Hips high. Lowering down, take the arms out to a T shape. You can also bring them into a cactus shape if you'd like this time. And drop the knees over to the right, gazing over the left side. Unwind, uncross, and straighten the legs. We're finding our Shavasana, or final resting pose now. Arms can come down by the sides. Legs are as wide as the mat. Let everything release and relax. allowing the pelvis and the chest to be heavy, the facial muscles to soften, hands relaxed. We'll take a few minutes here in our Shavasana. I'm going to leave you here, and I hope that you take the opportunity to continue with this relaxation as long as you possibly can. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you feel yourself getting stronger even now. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.